In this video, we look at the tool shelf. Let's get started. From the View menu, we saw how to open and close the tool shelf. The shortcut is the T key. The tool shelf is essential as it hosts context-sensitive tools for transforming or editing objects. We'll first look at the tool shelf in object mode, then later in edit mode. The first tool is the Select tool. Press and hold the left mouse button and the list of selection types gets displayed. The default is Tweak. With this selection, simply click on an object to select it, then drag to reposition it. Now let's open this again and choose Select Box. With this selection method, a single click selects objects and a left click and drag will create a selection box, permitting you to choose multiple objects. Many find this highly convenient. It's the selection type I generally utilize. The next selection type is Circle Select. We'll demonstrate this, but first, make sure you have an object selected. Press Tab to enter edit mode. One thing to note is that the selection tool stays consistent, remaining the previous one used in this mode, echoing what was mentioned earlier regarding tool states not transferring between modes. On the selection menu, switch to Circle Select. Then left click to select faces, edges or vertices depending on the mesh selection type. Circle Select, although somewhat limited, I find operates best when triggered from another selection type. So for example, let's come back and set the selection type to Select Box. To activate Circle Select, press C. Left click to select parts of the mesh. To deselect, press the middle mouse button. To exit Circle Select, right click. Really useful selection method for certain situations and when activated from another selection type. Finally, we have the Lasso Select tool. With Lasso Select set as the tool, we can left click and drag a lasso selection to select parts of or all of the mesh. Similar to Circle Select, Lasso Select works best when activated from another selection type. Let's switch the selection type back to Select Box. To activate Lasso Select, press and hold the Control key and press and hold the right mouse button. Then draw a lasso selection around the object. I generally leave the type set to Select Box and only call the other selection types when needed. You can toggle through the selection types by pressing W. The icon switches to each, so if you remember the icon, it helps to select the one you want. Pressing Shift plus Spacebar opens the toolbar menu, whether you're in object or edit mode. From here you can switch by clicking on the selection method and choosing the type from here. One important thing to note when selecting vertices, edges or faces when in solid shading, only the visible vertices get selected. So if we deselect first, switch to Select Box also, then if we drag these visible vertices here, rotate around and any vertices that weren't visible will not get selected. This is important to be aware of. In wireframe mode, however, all vertices under the selection get selected. Let's tab back to object mode. Set the selection tool to your new favorite. Next up is the 3D cursor tool. With this tool active, left click to position the 3D cursor within the scene. A shortcut also exists to place the 3D cursor. First, switch back to the Select tool. Press and hold Shift and right click. Accurate placement can be achieved via the View tab's location and rotation fields. If we input 10 in the XYZ, the cursor will be placed at that location. We will be taking an in-depth look at the 3D cursor in a later lecture and you'll be surprised how versatile it really is. Below we find the Move tool. The Move manipulator lets you grab and move objects in the scene. Arrows correspond to the axes. Green for Y, red for X, blue for Z. Left click the center circle to move an object without constraint. Next is the Rotation manipulator. Similar to the Move manipulator, the Rotation manipulator allows for rotation via grabbing any of the 3 circles. Left click a circle to rotate around that axis, or click the center for free rotation. The Scale tool functions in a similar manner, allowing scaling along any of the axes or all simultaneously. The next option enables all 3 manipulators at once, though shortcuts like G for move or for rotate, S for scale, and specifying an axis with X, Y or Z can be more convenient. For example, to move the sphere 1 meter along the X-axis, press G to move, X for the axes, 1 for distance, and Enter to confirm. While these tools prove valuable, especially for beginners, you may find yourself favouring shortcut keys as you become more familiar with Blender.